Thank you for coming and meeting with me. I just have a few questions. I'm in a business speech class, and our first assignment is a career interview. So I just wanted to, I'm interested in the project management field, and I know that you gave me the disclaimer about how, most of your work is system analyst and some different things. And so I just wanted to ask you a few questions just so I am more clear about what that title entails, even if it's a little bit different. And I actually did some research, and a lot of places that I did research said, just what you said, that project management could be different things depending on what the company needs or what they're kind of going through at the time. So my first question is, how did this type of work interest you, or how did you get started?
I actually got started back in school. My degree was in information systems, so I started right off the bat in technology. Worked for a few different organizations, different types of businesses, industries, and just built. So I got some more experience and just built my career more towards the analyst side of things. And then eventually, as you spend a lot more time, at least from the IT realm, you work up your knowledge base and then more from a team. And then I worked in another organization where I was a team leader for other analysts. And then over here, started here about 5 years ago. And then it built up more to a more official project manager role.
Okay. Did you have to, I'm under the impression that in most project management positions you have to get the PMP certification. Is that something that you went through or that you had to get?
Not yet.
Yes,
it's on the list, yes.
Yeah.
I have been talking with my manager here as well. I haven't as of yet. I've done some research. I've taken some initial classes for it. Depends on the organization if they really want to require it. Some of them might look at it as like a filter. Okay, just give me the resumes that only have the PMP on it.
Right.
I think there's a lot of value that you can get from a certification. I know that it's their organizations. It's not really specific methodology, but it's just a certain way of organizing the processes that in a realistic day-to-day organization you might not use all of it. It provides with a lot of tools, but depending on where you're working in your environment, you may pick and choose which ones you're actually going to use will be the best fit within your organization. Starting on the application process is pretty lengthy as well. And another reason why I held off on it a little bit was because they want you to allocate your time and hours into individual blocks and how you've allocated your time in specific project management type responsibilities, where before starting here I didn't have a certain amount of hours experience working in these very specific areas of project management.
Okay.
So that's one of the main reasons why I held off, and now it's just a matter of sitting down and dedicating the time to it.
So it's not necessary that you and depending on what your job is, you don't have to have the PMP, but it's kind of like just another stage, another level to make you kind of higher up in the project
in the industry.
management.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Being involved in professional organizations like that also has a lot of value.
Yeah,
Networking.
I did some research and saw like like what you were saying, some of the the amount of hours or years that you need in this project management in different you have to have a certain amount of projects that you've done start to finish and all of that. And I just got finished reading that. So another question, what would you say the role of communication is in your career?
In mine?
Yeah.
Well, it's huge. I would think it's paramount. Of course, I'm in the IT area, and as far as working with your team, working with your management, working with the internal client, the business, and external clients as well, communication really has a top priority, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how technical the people are that you work with, what great things that they can develop, what tricks they can implement. At the end of the day, if it doesn't meet the client's requirements, then it's wrong.
Yeah.
So from high level general requirements or rules or what a client wants, down to a little tiny detail, client might say this and you might interpret it as this, and it's not everything. declared exactly. And then by the time it gets down to the developer and the real technical, if there's any kind of slight shift, then it could actually change the way a system
So it's
functions.
a make or break thing for communication.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Absolutely, and actually I was thinking about this the other day, that if you were to sit down and list out any issue that either the client sees as an issue or that an issue happens, I would say probably 90% the issue comes down to some kind of communication.